5. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Monday afternoon. I'm Millicent Olivares. Well, today is National Special Education Day, and we're spotlighting the incredible efforts of an organization right here in the Valley. 3 dedicated mothers are coming together to promote inclusivity and make a difference in our community. Joining us in studio now is the president and co-founder of this inspiring initiative to share how they're fostering change, Miss Evelyn Cano. Evelyn, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
So today is a very special day, a very important day. Tell us a little bit more about this initiative that you have started.
Sure. So we have a nonprofit called Disability Chamber of Commerce, RGV. We're the 4th cross-disability chamber of commerce in the United States. As you mentioned, founded by 3 mothers who have, now teens, adults with disabilities. We've been doing advocacy for over 15 years, but in reality, this is a very personal mission. We knew that as our own kids were aging out of the system, the school districts, that there was something else that they needed to do. Like us, there were many families that were looking for advocacy in the next tier of life, and so that's why we founded the chamber. So now we support basically training employers to understand the value that people with disabilities bring to the workforce.
And I want to break that down a little more for our friends at home. Can you give us an example of some of the work that you do for people with disabilities?
Absolutely. So one of the biggest things we do is we host inclusive job fairs 3 times a year in 3 different counties: Star, Hidalgo, and Cameron County. We bring in 40 disability-friendly employers and then about 250 job seekers so that they can try to match up. It's also a networking opportunity for adults with disabilities to try to get out there. Now, success looks different for all of us. Success might be greeting someone and shaking someone's hand and giving out a business card.
Right.
Somebody might just provide a resume, and somebody might walk home with a job that day. So if they're a highly qualified candidate for the opportunity, we just pride ourselves in being the platform that puts them together, the business community and the disability in one place.
And we've seen the work done ourselves here at Take 5. We've done an incredible story, our empowering segment on Golden Ice Cream. So it's something that is taking place here in the Valley, which makes it that much more special. Why was it so important for you guys as mothers to make this happen, not only for your own kids, but for kids all over the RGV?
So these kids, as you said the word kids, are now adults.
Right.
And so in our Hispanic culture, we tend to sometimes helicopter and say maybe they can't, but the reality is I'm on a state committee for Governor Abbott called the Governor's Committee on People with Disabilities, and I get to do policy at the state level, and I get to see people with disabilities have a seat at the table. I see them running for school boards, I see them obviously working, continuing their education. There are things for them to do, and I've always been inspired by the work I do at the state and regionally. Sometimes, you know, we hold them back, and there's no need for that. I myself have a son who's 16 years old, and I've always pushed him just to do the best that he can. And like the other 2 co-founders, we believe that people with disabilities bring true value to community. So that's why it was important for us to do Disability Chamber of Commerce.
And with the Disability Chamber of Commerce, what is it that people can do that are maybe watching right now at home? How can they help of service with the commerce?
Sure. So there's various ways to get involved with our chamber. 1, you can volunteer. 2, you can also support with sponsorships. We have a wonderful event coming up in February 12th. It's called See Ability. We're having a 3-course meal catered by Santa Fe at University Draft House in McAllen, and we're going to be dining without the sense of sight. Why?
Wow.
To promote low vision and blind awareness for the community, because disability looks different for everybody. Basically, if it impairs you every single day in your functions, it's considered a disability according to the Americans with Disabilities Act. So that means that we have people who are deaf, hard of hearing, with intellectual disabilities, with physical disabilities. Basically, if it's something that you need an accommodation for, it's considered a disability. Right. So to spotlight that particular category of people in our area, because we have a high diabetes area, and that needs sometimes to vision loss, we are doing this event. It's a fundraiser, and that will go back towards scholarships. Wow. Just last night, we gave out 10 laptops to adults with disabilities in the Valley, in McAllen. And so we had applications and people applied, and we gave assistive technology to those continuing their education and wanting to be entrepreneurs or go to school after high school.
Wow, Evelyn, that's absolutely incredible work. If people want any more information, where can they find all of that to participate or to take advantage of any of the services you provide?
Sure, if they want to learn more about our inclusive job fairs, scholarship opportunities, our employer we have an employer conference coming up in September where we're training employers in the HR departments. Please reach out to info@dccrgv.org, or they can find us under Disability Chamber of Commerce on Instagram, on LinkedIn, Facebook. Basically reach out. We are volunteer run, so be patient with us. We don't don't have staff, so it's just 3 moms and a great board that is doing what is the right thing for community.
Wow, Evelyn, well, thank you so much for joining us, and again, for all the work that you do. And again, guys, along with the Disability Chamber of Commerce, you can also visit their website right there. We're going to show it on our screen once more. And we are going to be highlighting people who also inspire, uplift, and include everyone. This next segment is Duck and Stables in San Benito. Wearing your heart on your sleeve can seem a little risky for some, especially when that sleeve is holding on to the reins of a nearly 1,000-pound animal. But for Pamela Garrett, the most important part of yourself to use when riding a horse at Duck and Stables in San Benito is your heart.
So the horse is a true reflection of an individual. So if you're very negative on yourself, your image, the horse is actually going to reflect that to you. So once you become calm and confident, then the horse can open up and you're able to do a lot more with the horse.
A horse boarding facility that first opened its doors in 2013, Duck and Stables has served as a space in the RGV that not only allows the general public to learn the reins of riding, come on, come here, good girl, but also provides horsemanship lessons that can give a broader understanding of the animal.
So with the horsemanship lessons, you know, we teach basic horsemanship skills, which is anything from cleaning stalls daily to feeding, to grooming them, to taking care of their feet. So we start with the round pen, so they get a sense of how the horse works and is anything hurting the horse. And then from there, we teach them about all the horse tack, everything that goes on the horse, from the bridle to the saddle pad to the saddle. After that, then once they're comfortable with the horse, then they actually mount the horse.
But beyond the lessons, Pam and her team have extended the horsemanship experience to the youth of the RGV in a different way. Along with their boarding facility, the location also houses a stable learning, an equine facilitated learning space that can serve those that are struggling socially and emotionally.
So we do a lot of social emotional, we do a lot of team building exercise, leadership. When you're doing your horsemanship, you're going to work a lot on your core. So it's a lot of physical attributes that they're working on, as well as mobility issues. So we have students that have mobility issues. So we're working on mobility issues, we're working on stabilization, we're working on confidence, team building, leadership, all encompassed in one.
Pamela and her staff work closely with Tropical Texas Behavioral Health in the RGV, but also say their services are open to anyone who feels they may need them.
The first session is an intake session, so we take them on an initial assessment. We take them on a tour, they fill out some paperwork. We do have a psychologist on staff, a social worker, certified teachers. So be rest assured that everybody out here does have the background knowledge to address all the situations. The transformation of the individual themselves is amazing. So we have a lot of students that come in very timid, very self-unaware, very anxious, suicidal. They don't know what to do with themselves or their environment, their classmates. Once they come here, they have a newfound appreciation of who they are internally, and they're able to share that with the world. Their communication skills grow because they learn how to communicate with the individuals around them.
And while horseback riding does play a role in the therapy sessions, Pam says that the idea behind a stable learning extends beyond getting on the saddle and instead opens up their doors, hearts, and mare friends to everyone. Providing a wheelchair-accessible space means students like Jack can feel comfortable and at peace on the location.
So we do have Jack. He has been coming out here for a while with us. Everything out here is wheelchair accessible. Jack does lead the horse. We make it sure that he can groom. He goes into the stall and he does actually clean the stalls. He gives them water and he feeds them. So we're really working on his mobility and his core aspect right now. It's real world applications. So they're learning new skills. They're learning new coping skills. They're learning how to manage their anxiety. You know, they're learning how to manage who they are, and they're learning how to do it in a real life environment with the real animals. So anything they learn in the classroom with their one-to-one facilitator, they actually transition that out into the herd setting, which is the group of animals. Everything that they're learning from speaking and talking about their trauma or their past or their feelings, they can kind of come outside and enjoy the fresh air and horses and the parrots and, you know, everything, and kind of reflect on who they are and what they want to become.
For more information on how to become a part of A Stable Learning or to learn about all the services they provide, you can visit their website at astablelearning.com. Up next on Take 5, Edinburg is holding their annual tree lighting event, but this year's event will be a little different. Details next. Plus, a fan favorite is returning once again to the Valley. More on what Cameron County is cooking up this year for the holidays. Plus, meteorologist Cecilia Gutierrez has been bringing you the weather for years, but just who is that lady behind the weather clicker? Well, we're going to get to know her a little better as Take 5 continues.
Get ready for game day with Black Friday savings with 0 for 60 available on the all-new Hummer SUV today. We shop the competition so you don't have to. Shop the #1 team in Texas, Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburg.
Down it goes!
At Dental Associates of McAllen and Farr, we are focused on having the latest technology to make your appointment as efficient and comfortable as possible. We take great pride in providing our community with high-quality, patient-centric care and oral health education. We are in-network with most dental insurances and conveniently located off of Nolana in Farr and McAllen. Give us a call for your next dental appointment.
Once we saw an issue with the foundation. I talked to a friend of mine, and he's in construction. He recommended we contact Aztec.
Foundation problems, house settling or cracking, or you simply want some remodeling or updating on your home, and you want the best?
Call the one, the only Aztec House Leveling and Remodeling, locally owned and operated.
Don't forget, we service mobile homes and install roofs. And remember what, Jesse?
Mi casa su casa. We do it right the first time. Lo hacemos bien la primera vez.
Yes, sir.
It's become the Yuletide tradition you can't live without.
I have to press my luck.
It's the most whammy-ful time of the year.
We have all your money.
Press Your Luck special holiday episode tonight on ABC.
Holiday memories across the years and great Christmas traditions.
Hey, the game's on.
Whoa, Bud! Austin!
Get ready for the holidays with a new 2024 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for only $34,995, or takes $12,000 off MSRP at Payne West Laco Chevrolet and PayneGM.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
From the Payne Auto Group family to your family, we wish you happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
That's the way we're going to run it.
Excuse me, Coach. Think I can help you with that.
Who's this, Coach? This is Leah Wise, the Crash Gal. She's a personal injury attorney and a proven winner.
And the stats to back it up. I've won millions of dollars for injured clients all over Texas.
We're lucky to have her on our team. And you would be wise to listen to her. Huh?
All right, let's get down to business. Who's ready to win?
Injured in an accident? Call Crash Gal today.
It'll be a sight to behold, and you're invited to join in on all the festivities. I'm talking about the City of Edinburg's lighting of the tree, and joining me here to talk all about it is Magdiel Castle with the City of Edinburgh. Magdiel, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
So let's talk a little bit more. This is the Miracle on McIntyre event. What can you tell us about it?
Miracle on McIntyre is Edinburgh's take on Miracle on 34th Street. We thought it would be a cute idea to incorporate all of the holiday activities that we have, which include the parade, the lighting of the tree, the Christmas market, and all the other attractions that we have in the city.
Perfect. So this is kind of like an all-in-one, very fun event, and it's free. Is that right?
Free, yes.
So is there anything that people should know before they attend the event?
Bring a jacket, maybe even an umbrella.
Right, yes, would probably be the best idea.
Correct.
And so are they all taking place at different times?
It's a two-day event. The first day is December 5th, this Thursday at 6 p.m. The lighting itself takes place at 6:30. So if you want to get there for the lighting of the tree, show up a little bit before, find some parking, and then be ready for 6:30. And then the next day starts also at 6, but on Friday we end at 10. On Thursday we end at 9.
Perfect. And people can expect a lot of fun at these events. You were telling me there's also a market, there's carolers, is that right?
Right. We have carolers, we have the Christmas market, we have food vendors, delicious food. We have carnival rides. We have moon jumps, and we have all these lighted items on display.
Wow, so this sounds like the perfect event for the entire family. So everyone is welcome, not just the people from the city of Edinburg.
No. This is for the entire Rio Grande Valley.
And why is this such a special event for you guys to put on?
It's the holiday season.
Right, perfect. So it's the perfect time for families to come together.
Correct.
And of course, people can find all this information where, Magdiel?
At edinburgharts.com/Miracle on McIntyre.
Perfect. Okay, well, we want to thank Magdiel for joining us. Of course, the City of Edinburgh's Miracle on McIntyre event is going to be happening this week. For more information, you can go to their Facebook page to find out all you need to know before you head out. And if you'd like to see Santa or watch Edinburgh's tree light up the night sky, you're going to want to make sure you're prepared for it. Let's take a look at our fashion forecast.
A couple of showers still possible this evening. I would grab the umbrella, I would grab the rain jacket, maybe even the rain boots. It really all depends on where you live. If you're a little closer to the coast, maybe the rain boots for you. We're going to look at showers just continuing on and off throughout the evening and into tonight and into parts of tomorrow morning. Right back to the low 70s for us. If you are heading to the island tomorrow, watch out for the chance for a couple of showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder or two. And then by the mid-afternoon tomorrow, closer to the coast, right back into the mid-70s. So it is one of those couple of days where you do need the jacket and you do need the umbrella. That's your Take 5 fashion forecast.
Full holiday get-togethers are here, and if you're invited to a gathering or dinner, should you take a gift? Dr. Barbara Baggerly Hinojosa joins us on Take 5 to talk holiday etiquette next. And it's Monday. We're making eating healthy easy for you. A licensed dietitian is showing us just how easy it is a little later on Take 5.
The South Texas Sinus Institute, solving sinus problems and treating ear, nose, and throat conditions.
Hello, I'm Blake Hensler with the South Texas Sinus Institute. The Honorubia balloon sinuplasty technique is a revolutionary treatment that is an effective, minimally invasive technique for treating chronic sinusitis that involves minimal tissue removal and less pain, allowing patients a quicker recovery than traditional sinus surgery.
To learn more, contact the South Texas Sinus Institute.
Look at this. A Medicare plan with a prepaid card for healthy groceries and other expenses.
Is that from Aetna?
Yeah. Why?
I have an Aetna Medicare plan. I get a prepaid card with a monthly allowance I can use on groceries, utilities, and I got to keep my doctor.
Really?
Yep.
I guess it can't hurt the call.
Never hurts to call.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, call us at 1-877-38-ETNA. We'll explain plans with benefits you may be eligible for. Our dual eligible special needs plans offer dental, vision, and hearing, a dedicated care team to help you use your benefits, plus a card with a monthly allowance you can use to help pay for groceries and more.
So I can get all of these benefits on top of what I already get?
That's right. You keep your Medicaid benefits and get even more from Aetna Medicare.
Wow.
Let me walk you through the plan. Make sure your doctor and prescriptions are covered and talk about the local support you'll get.
Call 1-877-38-ETNA today, and let's make healthier happen together.
So, did it hurt to call?
No, not at all.
Stanton Optical believes eye care should be affordable. Right now, for only $135, you get 2 pairs of progressives, plus all this. All that costs over $200 everywhere else. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical, easy's our thing. Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, a free eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Dealing with the aftermath of a serious injury can be a battle. Fighting large insurance companies and corporations can be challenging without a giant on your side. Over $500 million recovered for our clients. Get the law giant to fight for you.
Well, as we all know the holidays are getting dangerously close, but before you start any of your shopping, we have the one and only Miss Barbara Baggerly Hinojosa to talk to us a little bit more about appropriate gift giving. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So very important, because I'm about to start filling up my cart. I'm about to start getting all those gifts together, so please let us know a little bit more about gift giving.
So gift giving during the holidays, it can be kind of tricky, right? But some of the etiquette rules that we want to remember are things like hostess and host gifts. So anytime someone invites you over to their home, it is always good practice to not go empty-handed. So always think about who that person is, a nice little something. It doesn't have to be super expensive, doesn't have to be very big, but a nice little gift to show that you appreciate the fact that you were invited to their home. So some kind of common things are like, well, maybe if the host or hostess enjoy wine, a nice bottle of wine. Flowers is always a great gift to take because they can enjoy them right then.
Right.
I think sometimes chocolate, boxes of candy or chocolate, they're good. So it doesn't have to be anything huge or expensive, but it's the gesture.
Now I have to ask, maybe you're going over to somebody's house for dinner and there are two hosts, it's a married couple. Is it appropriate to give both of them a gift? Is it just one?
So that's a great question. It's never a bad idea, but it is okay to take one gift. And then if you know it's a couple, think about something they both would enjoy.
And if it's a birthday party, are we bringing two gifts? Is that how it would work if the person is celebrating their child?
Yeah, no. And now, that's such a great question. If it's a birthday party, it's okay to only bring the gift for the birthday person.
Okay,
so you don't have to bring a host or hostess gift and a birthday gift. But I think the rule is all around, you don't want to show up empty-handed. You want to take something that just shows that you're coming and you're contributing to this and you're just excited and happy to be invited.
Right. So it's just a little bit of a thank you, showing your appreciation. Thank you for inviting me. Here's something for you to enjoy.
Exactly. I think the other rule kind of around gift giving that we need to keep in mind during the holidays is really thinking about matching gifts with personalities, with people, thinking about something a little special. It isn't so much about how big the gift is or how many gifts we give out. It's that we spent some time personalizing, thinking about the recipient and getting something for them that they truly would enjoy.
It's like the old saying, it's the thought that counts.
Exactly.
Perfect. Well, we of course want to thank Dr. Barbara Baggerly Hinojosa for joining us.
Thank you.
Again, remember, you can visit us here every Monday on Take 5 to learn more about our etiquette classes. And coming up on Take 5, it's Mealtime Monday. Easy and good ideas for you to put on the table or in a lunchbox when we return. And she's been giving her weather reports to you for years, but now she's going to give us a report on herself. Meteorologist Cecilia Gutierrez is here to tell us her 5 facts a little later on in our show.
Put it right in there.
Yeah, this thing's nice.
Coach!
Get Black Friday savings now with the #1 team in Texas at Bird Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburgh.
Erin Banks, Mr. Olympia. We're very, very happy to help you because I know how bad your prescription was.
Usually it was just always the glasses in the gym, sweating in the glasses, my glasses coming off. So, you know, it was just such a burden having to not even wear glasses after the surgery and even able to work out.
I mean, you're a real VIP.
Absolutely.
But all my patients are VIPs because we love to help everybody.
Come to Marique's Custom Vision today, not tomorrow, today.
Look at this. Gotta get in here.
It's that time of year again, time for Tim's Coats.
And the Begum Law Group is ready.
We're ready!
Open the camera app on your phone and scan the QR code on your screen to donate to Tim's Coats. Your donation can help those who are in need this winter. You have until December 10th to make a difference in the RGV.
Danica was very independent. She was fearless. She was fun. She was funny. She thought she was taking a prescribed pill, and in reality, it was a fake pill laced with fentanyl. My life has been devastated by the loss of my daughter. Don't take the risk. Think like it can happen to you.
Visit onepillkillstx.com, sponsored by HHSC.
It's December and all of us are getting ready for Christmas, and that means desserts. But you know, here on Monday Meals, we always give you the healthy options. And joining us today is registered dietitian Peggy Ramon Rosales. Peggy, great to see you.
Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
All right, and so we're talking about desserts. Yum, you guys, it smells so good here. Tell us what you brought.
Yes, so these desserts are going to be all going to be nice and low carbohydrate, low sugar desserts for all the patients that have maybe pre-diabetes or diabetes. So we're going to dive right into it. So we have a lot of yummy options. So first off, we have a yummy cheesecake.
Oh.
So it's going to be the sweetener, right? That's what we're going to try to limit is the actual sugars. We want a nice alternative to help prevent those spikes in our blood sugar. So what we have here and goes really well with baking is a good Truvia. There's so many on the market, right? And so this is the one that I prefer to bake with.
And why this?
Yeah, so this is a low glycemic sweetener. It's an actual alternative, so it will not spike up sugars. Has zero sugar. There's quite a few options like Splenda. I'm sure you all know Splenda. Well, this is Truvia, and it's a brown sugar alternative. But again, there's no sugar in there. So it's an artificial sweetener, right?
Okay.
And so,
but better?
But a lot better for preventing those sugar spikes.
Okay.
Just because, you know, we want that taste still, right? We want a little bit of an alternative to help with that. There's also Swerve that's on the market that's really, really good for baking as well. So quite a few options out there. Now, amongst this recipe, so we have a nice raspberry puree that we did super quickly. So it's just in a pan, raspberries, fresh raspberries, a little bit of agave. Agave is a low glycemic natural sweetener. It does still have sugar, right? But you want to just do a little small drizzle to give it some good flavor. And just those two ingredients in a pan, a couple of minutes, nice and sauteed. Instead of these, you know, jellies that we can put on and these high sugar spreads. We don't want any of those options.
All right, let's talk about these.
Yes, so we have a black bean brownie. So I have the recipe here, which we're going to post on the social media.
Yeah, we'll post it on social media.
So the black bean brownie is like a brownie, right? But we have black beans. So so you want to use a no salt. Yes, we have a no salt canned black bean, which is great still to use. In case you don't have time to make your own beans, that's okay. You can rinse it out to remove any excess salt, right? We have a little bit of coconut oil as well for the fat option. Rolled oatmeal, just actual oatmeal in there, a little bit of baking powder, a little bit of maple syrup to get a little bit of sweetener. You can also use an agave option, or we can use a little bit of Truvia to make it no sugar added at all. The goal is to try to reduce that table sugar. We don't want that refined sugars that we know that spikes up and elevates the blood sugar.
Okay, I tasted it. It's good.
It's good. Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely taste that it's a little on the healthier side, but it's definitely good. But one thing that we have to talk about before we go is that you make these and people can buy them already, correct?
Yes. So
where can they find you?
Yes.
So I'm at 825 North 10th Street, north of a little bit north of Trenton, and so so we're there.
Yeah, so you can make them on your own, or you can have Peggy make them for you. Thank you, Peggy, so much for joining us today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Millie, back to you.
And coming up on Take 5, a light show that made its way to Cameron County last year is finally back for the holiday season, where you can go to get a glimpse of this display. Plus, it's that time of the year again. The cold is on its way, and our chief meteorologist is here to help warm up the valley. How you can help contribute to Tim's Coats.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $5,600 in average finance savings. Plus, no monthly payments until next year. We are professional grade GMC.
It's always tractor season at Rockin' Moose Sales, and we know when it comes to your land, you take pride in your work.
Come check out our new line of MT2 to MT7 tractors from 25 to 101 horsepower, four-wheel drive, quick attach front-end loader with skid steer compatible bucket, shuttle shift or hydrostatic transmission with a 6-year warranty. Excel in your field with LS tractors. More tractor, less money.
Best prices in the valley at Rockin' Moose Sales, and let us save you a bucket full of money.
Dare to compare before you buy.
Hi, Luke Johnson here with DLJ Commercial Roofing. For more than 15 years now, we provided a cost-effective alternative to replacing your roof utilizing our state-of-the-art coating system. Not only do we want to protect your building from rain, we want to ensure your wallet has that same protection from potentially costly damage. Our new thermal drone will show how our coatings protect your roof from the elements and illustrate how they reduce the impact to your building while saving you money on your energy bill.
At DLJ Commercial Roofing, we do it right or not at all.
The STEM fields are providing opportunity to be part of the developments that will shape the future, and the Army National Guard is at the forefront of the movement. Soldiers can serve part-time and choose from dozens of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics jobs, working with cutting-edge technology and innovations. And the skills and experience they receive can open doors for them to civilian careers in the STEM world. Join a team that is taking the lead in STEM by talking to a local recruiter or by going to nationalguard.com/careers.
With the latest looks arriving monthly, there's always something new to love at Furniture Row, like the Krisha Sleeper Sectional. Boasting luxurious comfort, several layouts, and 2 colors, the Krisha elevates any home with stylish practicality. Or dine on the Traverse City with a weathered chestnut finish and book-matched pattern. This rustic contemporary set is great for gatherings of any size. And for your bedroom, the Levita features a cool natural look with simulated live edge cuts and a casual contemporary appeal. Find these fresh new looks and more now at Furniture Row.
The following segment is supported by the Cameron County Amphitheater and Event Center.
Lights will be lighting up the Cameron County sky. It's an event that left many of the valley in awe, and it's back once again. And with a giveaway this time, here to tell us all about it is Cameron County Public Relations Officer Marisa Campirano. Marisa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Right, I'm so sorry.
No, that's right, Campirano.
Perfect. Yes. Marisa, thank you so much for being here. So we're talking, this is kind of a little sequel here.
Yes.
This is a Christmas drone story too. Tell us all about it.
So we're really excited for this drone show. Last year was Dashing Through the Sky, a Christmas drone story. This year, right, we talked about part 2, and it is going to be bigger and better. We have 600 drones that are going to light up the sky, and this year they're going to be synchronized and animated to a special rendition of the 12 Days of Christmas. Wow. And it's going to be performed live by the the Valley Symphony Orchestra Quintet and their chorale.
Wow.
So we're really excited.
So an experience. People have to go out and see it for themselves.
Yes.
So how can people participate? Where do they have to go for all the information?
So there's different ways to participate. The show itself is actually free if you'd like to sit on the lawn. And it's very family friendly. There's going to be a kids zone that's going to have activities for the kids, take a picture with Santa, some bounce houses.
Wow.
There's going to be food and beverage available for purchase for children and adults. And if you'd like to make sure you have a reserved seat, we do have reserved seating available on tixplug.com. So that's tixplug.com. They're $15, and that's for a reserved seat in the amphitheater. But as I mentioned, everyone's welcome to come out and bring a blanket or some small lawn chairs and set up in the lawn area. We will be having shuttle service, so there's a $12 entrance to get into the park per car, and we'll provide shuttle service from the parking areas in the park to the amphitheater. So we really wanted to try to make it as accessible and family friendly as possible.
Yes, absolutely. So this sounds very convenient, but I love it. So there's a lot of fun for the family. It's kind of a big event all entirely. So is there anything that people should know before they head out? If they're not looking to purchase that ticket and they want to have a, the experience for free, how can they go about that? Is there anything they need to know before?
There's nothing they need to know, just that they should probably come a little early to make sure that you get some of that parking and can find the best space that you want out on the lawn. And like I said, so we open at 5, and that's when the Kids Zone will open. We're also going to have a live performance by the Harlingen South Choir.
Wow.
And then after that, we're going to have a performance by Genuine Cello. And so that is a really awesome show as well. So there's going to be opportunities to have some entertainment and activity before you settle in for that drone show.
This sounds like it's an experience that people need to see for themselves.
It really is. And this is only the second time we've done this show. Last year, it was the only Christmas drone show south of Austin.
Wow.
This year, it's going to be one of the biggest drone shows, certainly the one that we've ever had.
Yes.
And we're expecting a lot of people. Last year, we got in over 1,000 folks, so we really expect this to really be a big draw. Something different to kick off your holiday season and really provide an opportunity to spend some time with family that is very much cost effective.
Right, exactly. We love that family fun.
Yes.
Well, Marisa, thank you so much for joining us and letting us know all about this. Again, A Christmas Drone Story 2 is happening Saturday, December 7th at South Padre Island, and you can get your tickets at tixplug.com. And Take 5 is giving away 2 family 4-packs of tickets to Cameron County's A Christmas Drone Story 2, the 12 Days of Christmas. To win, all you have to do is call the number that you see on your screen. That's 956-973-5002. The first 2 callers win. Good luck to everyone. And for more than 40 years, Channel 5's Tim's Coats initiative has been helping to provide coats for the needy right here in the Valley. Tim joins us just ahead with more. Take 5's Christmas Lights is supported by Awa Dental.
Thanks for joining us here at our Austin studio, Quinn. Nice jersey.
Hey, you were a student here in Austin back when it was still weird, right?
Yes, in fact, I think we found a picture from back in my Texas days. You know, like a lot of guys, I used to think I looked great with a mullet. I mean, all the greats go through a mullet phase, right?
Were Austin roads always this packed?
No, and back in my day, we had to look for help in this thing called a phone book if we were in a wreck.
Well, now all we have to remember is 4. I like to do it this way.
Hey, I like that.
Bridgepoint Insurance Agency and Permit Center is the only full-service contractor in Hidalgo County authorized to process registration renewals, title transfers, and all other DMV services. We make the process easy, fast, and stress-free. Our knowledgeable staff are trained to answer any questions you may have. Skip the lines and take advantage of our drive-through and curbside service. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Located in McAllen, Mission, and Donna. Bridgepoint, we got you covered. The city of Mercedes is full of surprises. Pizzas, pastas, salads, and catering available here at Formacio's Pizzeria.
Shop Borland Hard Mercedes for your case pocket knives and Yeti coolers.
Anacuita's Barbecue Smokehouse, home of the famous brisket sandwich and 4 meats plate.
Coach's Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacies, serving all your pharmaceutical needs for over 20 years.
You'll be surprised how far your money will go when you shop Mercedes.
Welcome to the law office of Alex Martinez. I'm attorney Alex Martinez, el gallo de la ley. And this is your team at the law office of Alex Martinez. Each and every one of them is here to serve you, to protect you when you get hurt, and to help you when it seems no one else will. With years of experience in both personal injury and immigration law, we understand the challenges you are facing. Our team is dedicated to defending your rights, and we will fight to protect you. I'm attorney Alex Martinez, el gallo de la ley. And when we fight, you win.
Good afternoon, I'm Dina Herrera Garza, and here's what we're following at this hour. We're at the beginning of our annual campaign to make sure the Valley stays warm this winter. Tim's Coats kicked off yesterday. So far, you've helped us raise more than $7,000. All the money raised between now and the 10th will go to the South Asian Army and Catholic Charities. They'll use it to buy new jackets for those who need them. We're counting down the days to McAllen's Holiday Parade. If you have any driving planned in downtown, closures start Friday around noon. That includes portions of 23rd, Bicentennial, and Pecan, all around Veterans Memorial Stadium. The parade route is about 1.5 miles long. By Saturday, parade day at 4 p.m., all closures will be in effect.
It's been showering across the valley much of the day today. Cloudy skies. Temperatures are mild, not exactly chilly, but cloudy. 73, 70, 69 through the evening hours with that chance of showers. Your rain chances this evening stand at about 20 to 30% this evening. It goes up to 50 to 60% for tonight and tomorrow. After that, well, there's a lot of question marks in the forecast. We'll have that for you at 5 and 6. Dina.
That's going to do it for us. Join us at 5, 6, and 10 for more news, weather, and sports. Keep it here. Take 5 continues right after the break.
Dealing with the aftermath of a serious injury can be a battle. Fighting large insurance companies and corporations can be challenging without a giant on your side. Over $500 million recovered for our clients. Get the law giant to fight for you.
Does your dentist understand you?
You got a pet fish? No way, I used to have one when I was a kid.
Here at Agua Dental, we understand you. Visit your favorite dentist for your family's dental needs. Splash into one of our locations across the valley.
Unfortunately for South Texas homeowners, our homes are built on clay soils that constantly expand and contract.
This movement causes doors not to function properly, cracks in your sheetrock and brick, plumbing leaks, and structural damage.
If you have these problems at your home, fortunately, our hometown team has improved elevations and stabilized thousands of homes from Houston to the Rio Grande Valley. My brothers and I won't let your biggest investment fall through the cracks. Call us today.
It's hard to really come to terms with dementia. There are little things that you can't even begin to plan for that happen that you need the early diagnosis for. My mom has done so much for me. There's no way that I wouldn't do the same for her. It's so important to have the conversation with your doctor earlier because you just do not know what the future holds.
This is good? Huh? My name is Omar Ochoa from the Omar Ochoa Law Firm, and today we're answering questions from real clients and real people with real insurance problems. My insurance company already paid me some money for my claim. Can you still help me? We may still be able to help you get more money from your insurance company. Just because you get paid doesn't mean you get everything you need for repairs. Call the Omar Ochoa Law Firm so that we can help you get the money you need for repairs.
Helping our community is important to us here on Channel 5, and Tim's Coats has been keeping Valley residents warm for 41 years. Our Tim's Coats Drive is now underway, and here with more information is our very own Tim Smith. Tim, thank you so much for being with us again.
I appreciate the invitation to be back on once again. I love the show. I watch it
love
every day.
having you here.
It's good to be here.
So we're talking Tim's Coats, very important initiative, 41 years now, but how did this all get started?
Isn't that crazy? Well, I was a baby 41 years ago. And when I first started at Channel 5 in 1981 into 1982, we were looking for a project that had some kind of a weather tie, and the dry cleaners in town were already doing a project that would collect 100 coats a year, and they clean them and give them away. And so we talked to them, said, can we become part of that? And they said, sure. Well, they didn't know what was going to hit them because suddenly we're doing 2,000 or 3,000 coats a year. Wow. And they would clean them and mend them. And we kept doing that all the way up until 2020, until the pandemic. And then that had to change because of the pandemic. So now it's turned over to an all-cash thing. We accept cash donations and go buy brand new coats for people of all ages, not just kids, primarily kids, but people of all ages.
Yeah, and I've been lucky enough to see, Tim, when these coats are purchased, these benefit so many families, especially now. I mean, it's even a little chillier this morning. So how does this initiative benefit the residents of the Rio Grande Valley? Well,
you know, it's hard to justify. Let's say you've got 2 or 3 kids at home, and it gets cold 4 or 5 times a year, you know, really, really cold. And at most the last few years. Right. So it's hard to justify buying a coat to wear 4 times. Right. And if you need 3 or 4 of them for 3 or 4 kids, it's really hard to justify sometimes. It's that or put food on the table. Right. And so we help alleviate that burden of buying those coats. And we give out, again, now they're brand new coats. Brand new. Interestingly, we've had kids when they outgrow them, give them back.
Wow.
You know, say, you know, I had this for a year, I can't wear it anymore, can I give it back so somebody else can have it? I mean, that's happened in the past.
That is amazing.
And it's so cool to see.
Yeah, and again, these are brand new coats, so we've changed a little differently, as you mentioned. This is now monetary donations that we're accepting, so how can one go about that?
It's real simple. The QR code, we just scan that QR code and make a monetary donation, and it'll take you right to the place where you put in how much you want to donate and donate it. And we're only doing it for a few days. It's not like we do it all winter long. We just push really hard right now in hopes of getting a whole lot of coats, a whole lot of money, so we can buy a whole lot of coats before a really big cold snap gets here. Because that first time it gets cold, the lines show up, and we buy the coats and we give them to Catholic Charities and the Salvation Army. They give them out. We don't physically have them here at the TV station. You know, they're given out through those agencies. First time it gets cold, the line is, you know, down the street to get coats because they know coats are going to be there. And so, you know, we just cash donation, we'll go buy new coats and get them out.
Incredible. So Tim, I just got to close it off with, is there anything that you want to let the Valley out there know? This is now 41 years in the making. This has been going on, and I think every year now we get more and more donations. Is there a message you want to send out there to people during the holidays about giving back to the community?
Biggest message is thank you. You know, just thank you, because we couldn't do it without you. It's not, you know, they're called Tim's coats. I think 3 or 4 of them have actually been mine, you know, over 41 years. You know, I wear a coat for a long time before I finally get rid of it. So, you know, of the thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of coats that have been collected and given away, thank you, because they're not mine, they're yours. They're your donations that make that a possibility, and we couldn't do it without the Valley. And the people are so generous. We appreciate that.
The Valley always shows up.
Every time. Every time we need something, the Valley shows up in a big way. Hearts of gold in this community. That's why I love it here so much.
Absolutely. Well, Tim, we love you. We love having you here. So thank you so much for joining us to talk about this. Very important, and we're hoping for the best this year.
Thanks, Millicent. Appreciate the invitation.
And guys, again, all you have to do is scan this QR code to donate. We will be collecting monetary donations now until December 10th. All the money raised will go to purchasing new coats and giving them to those in need this winter. And Take 5 is looking for the best Christmas lights in the Valley. You can send us an email with your nomination to take5@krgv.com. All we need is an address and we'll check it out. We could feature the light show right here on Take 5 throughout the holiday season. And of course, a big thank you to Agua Dental for sponsoring our Christmas lights segment. And she's been on Channel 5 News for years, but who exactly is meteorologist Cecilia Gutierrez? Well, she's going to join us and let us know next on Take 5. We'll be right back.
Everybody's working for the weekday.
IHOP, where weekdays are the new weekends.
Everybody wants IHOP House Faves.
Try the new House Faves menu for just $6. Available Monday through Friday at IHOP.
Louis, that's not for you.
What? But it tastes so good.
Lucky for you, I'm making another apple pie.
Looking at those bad apples, so many consumers get a bad apple when buying an AC.
But not with Hess.
And too often, consumers get a bad apple.
Just like apples, not all AC guys are the same.
I'll offer an apples to apples promotion.
What do you mean?
I'll match any written quote from a licensed AC contractor.
Great idea.
And remember, you can always trust the Tech Champagne.
Luis!
What?
DHR Health Women's Hospital is committed to providing quality care through every stage of life. We offer what the other hospitals don't, the only Level 4 maternity care facility, giving expectant mothers the highest level of care, the best and most advanced robotic technology for specialized treatment of female cancers, a breast center of excellence led by fellowship-trained surgeons providing comprehensive care. DHR Health Women's Hospital, for you, for life.
It's always tractor season at Rockin' Moose Sales, and we know when it comes to your land, you take pride in your work.
Come check out our new line of MT2 to MT7 tractors from 25 to 101 horsepower, four-wheel drive, quick attach front-end loader with skid steer compatible bucket, shuttle shift or hydrostatic transmission with a 6-year warranty. Excel in your field with LS tractors. More tractor, less money.
Best prices in the Valley at Rockin' Moose Sales, and let us save you a bucket full of money.
Dare to compare before you buy.
This is a test of the Texas Emergency Alert System. This is a test of the Texas Emergency Alert System. In the event of an emergency, this system will bring you important information. This test is now concluded.
Channel 5 meteorologist Cecilia Gutierrez has been bringing viewers local weather for years, but what else do you know about her? Well, she's here today for our Take 5 Facts segment. Cecilia, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So we're going to get to know you a little better today.
Okay.
So let's kick it off with your first fact. What is that?
All right, so my first fact is, you know, I've mentioned this on air a couple of times. I was in band, and I still, to this day, play the oboe. That is my primary instrument. I was a drum major in college, so I still help out at McAllen High School with their band program in the fall and in the spring for their indoor winds program.
Wow, so you play other instruments too?
I do play other instruments. My secondary instrument is trumpet. That's what I played in a college marching band.
Oh, wow. And was the oboe something you always wanted to play? Is that something that you thought, yeah, I want to learn how to do that?
No, anyone who's ever been in band is probably like, why did she choose the oboe?
Right.
I didn't necessarily choose it. My aunt played the oboe, my mom played the bassoon, and I was actually at a softball game when it came to, you know, the time where it's like, oh, cool, we're picking instruments.
Right.
So my dad went and he was like, she mentioned the oboe, let's go with the oboe. So, you know, I picked that, and any oboe player out there will tell you it is possibly the hardest woodwind instrument. You know, a lot of oboe players are like, why did I choose this?
Right, yeah.
But once you get the hang of it, once you've been playing for about 4 to 5 years, you start sounding really, really good, and then you're like, I understand now.
And now you're like, pro, I'm a pro now.
I kind of.
Well, speaking of college, so you were a drum major in college.
I was.
And you also did something else in college. That's our second fact. Can you tell us more about it?
So I was a collegiate fencer.
Wow.
So I was an NCAA Division I athlete. I was a fencer, where I earned a postseason spot. So I was a regional qualifier. Man, a lot of work was put into that. I think I was talking to someone the other day, and you know, I was like, oh, I would practice 3 to 4 times a day.
Wow.
And go to my classes, and you know, have a band kind of block so I could practice and everything. And I would travel. I would travel a lot. Just throughout the United States to go to different tournaments and stuff.
Really? Is that something that you started at a younger age? Is it something you picked up in college? How did that work?
So it's something that I kind of picked up in college. I was originally going to go to college and play a different sport. And then when fencing kind of came around into my life, one of the coaches was like, you know, if you really do this, if you really just start practicing this, you can do this. And so I started practicing, I tried out, I made the team, I made the travel team, and the rest is history.
Wow, so multi-talented over here. So we've got the oboe, we've got a fencer, and you've got some facts about your family as well that we're throwing in there. What is that third fact?
So my grandfather was a state representative for 14 years, Roberto Gutierrez. So I essentially grew up in the Capitol, essentially grew up in Austin. Whenever he was in session and we weren't in school, we were over there.
Wow.
To spend time with him.
So I gotta, you probably have some amazing stories then from growing up.
Oh man, so one of my parents' favorite stories is every Easter, the representatives and their families get invited to the governor's mansion to go have an egg hunt. And I was at the governor's mansion. This man came up to me, and I was maybe like 4 or 5, and he said, "Go pull on that man's pants." I had no idea who this guy was.
Right.
He was like, I'll give you money. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm 5. I pull on the guy's pants, the guy turns around, and he picks me up, and it was George W. Bush.
Oh my gosh.
He was the governor of Texas at the time.
Right, wow. Yeah. So if he's watching, maybe he'll remember, we'll see.
He'll probably be like, oh,
there's that girl. Well, we're kind of sticking with your family for the fourth fact here. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So there's a school in McAllen named after my great-grandfather. Wow. So he was the first Hispanic school board president. So Gonzales Elementary in McAllen is named after my great-grandfather, my dad's grandfather. And my mom teaches there. She still teaches there today.
So it's a place you've gotten to visit, I would imagine, with
Yes.
your mom there. How does that feel for you and your family?
Oh, it's so cool to be able to go back. You know, there are still so many teachers there that have been there from, you know, the time I was there. So it's so cool to like go and, you know, you go to an elementary school that you went to, it used to feel so big.
Right.
Now it feels so small.
Right.
I was actually judging a science fair there the other week, so I get invited back a lot.
Oh, nice. Yeah, everything's a lot smaller. The desks, everything seems a little
Yes.
smaller.
Oh, yeah.
And our fifth and final fact is kind of something we were talking about, very current right
Yes.
now. Tell us what that fifth fact is.
So I love all things Wizard of Oz, all of the lore, whether it's Wizard of Oz, and we were talking about Wicked. Yes, so Wicked and the Wizard of Oz they kind of tie in together. They're two different authors. L. Frank Baum is the author of The Wizard of Oz and the Oz series. So a lot of people don't realize that like The Wizard of Oz is only one book in a series of like 14 or 15 books.
Wow.
And then Wicked, I've read the book, I've seen the movie twice, I've seen the Broadway play, I even dragged people to the McNay Art Museum in San Antonio because they had the costumes on display. I mean, I'm just, you know.
Fan, super
yes,
fan.
super
so
fan.
Is Wizard of Oz your favorite movie of all time, would you say?
So I wouldn't say, I say it's a tie, a three-way tie.
Okay.
Shrek, you know, if everyone remembers that one from a long time.
A great answer, correct.
I love
Classic,
Shrek.
yes.
I dragged my mom to the movie theater to go watch Shrek with me. Shrek, Beauty and the Beast, or Wizard of Oz. All of those, yeah.
Those are three great movies.
Yes.
Well, I think I have to say, personally, I loved getting to sit down to know you.
Thank you.
Interesting, so multi-talented. And of course, guys, we want to thank Cecilia for joining us and letting us know a little bit more about you.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And you can see Cecilia on Channel 5 News this morning, Monday through Friday. A new episode of Celebrity Wheel of Fortune is airing tonight. You can watch as musicians Chance the Rapper, Diane Warwick, and Lil Jon spin the world's most famous wheel for a chance to win up to $1 million for their selected charities during the holiday season. You can watch it right here on Channel 5.1 at 7 p.m. And the UTRGV School of Music has a show tonight at 7 p.m. at the UTRGV Performing Arts Complex. Attend for a festive evening of holiday favorites. Ugly Christmas sweaters are encouraged. Tickets can be found online at showpass.com. And the city of San Juan is hosting their 10th annual lighting of the Christmas tree today at 6 p.m. in front of the San Juan City Hall. You can celebrate the start of the holiday season with performances and joyful festivities. The Lark Branch Library is also hosting their weekly loom, knitting, and crocheting event tomorrow from 2 to 5 p.m. Ages 16 and up are welcome. And a restaurant that has a drink that'll complement any meal you choose off of their menu will introduce you to the University Draft House right here tomorrow at 4 p.m. But until then, that's all for us today. Channel 5 News at 5 is on the way. Have a great Monday, RGV.